best way to end the war and the best way to end it speedily.
This is Netanyahu's plan to seize full control of Gaza and defeat Hamas, and it has the world angry. As the war with Hamas enters its 22nd month, Netanyahu insists Israel has no choice but to finish the job once and for all. But it won't be a cakewalk for the Israeli Prime Minister. This plan has sparked fierce debate both at home and abroad, with warnings of humanitarian catastrophe. What's Netanyahu's controversial plan, and what are some things he'd have to tackle to make this a reality? Netanyahu recently addressed foreign media in Jerusalem, a first since the war began, declaring that Israel's goal is not to occupy Gaza, but to free it from Hamas's grip. Now, this comes after Israel's security cabinet approved a plan to take over Gaza City, marking a significant escalation in the conflict that began with Hamas's October 7th attack in 2023. It's important to know that Israel already controls approximately 70 to 75% of Gaza, with large swaths under military occupation or evacuation orders. The offensive, set to intensify by the symbolic date of October 7th, aims to push Gaza's 2.3 million population southward, potentially displacing 1 million more people into an already overcrowded and devastated war-torn region. Here's what the plan looks like. Netanyahu's office has outlined 5 core principles for the takeover: disarming Hamas, returning all hostages, demilitarizing Gaza, maintaining Israeli security control, and establishing an alternative civilian government that excludes both Hamas and the Palestinian Authority. But now the problems and questions arise. While Netanyahu claims this will liberate Gazans, he has not clarified who would govern the Strip, vaguely suggesting Arab forces without specifying which nations would participate. Another issue is humanitarian aid. Displacing hundreds of thousands more civilians will strain aid resources and worsen Gaza's starvation crisis. Meanwhile, Netanyahu has pushed back against reports of famine in Gaza, calling foreign media reports a slanderous propaganda campaign by Hamas. He claims Israel has facilitated over 2 million tons of humanitarian aid since the war began, with uncollected aid piling up due to Hamas's interference. However, the United Nations and Gaza's health ministry paint a dire picture, reporting 188 hunger-related deaths, including 94 children, and widespread malnutrition. And that is exactly why the plan has drawn sharp criticism from the UNSC, with UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk warning that it risks violating international humanitarian law. Leaders like UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer have condemned the move, stating it will only bring more bloodshed, while Germany has halted military exports to Israel, citing the escalation. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry has called for urgent UNSC action to stop what it describes as a continuation of genocide and systematic killing. Not just on the global stage, but at home too, Netanyahu's plan has raised eyebrows. IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir has publicly opposed the full occupation, warning it could endanger the 50 remaining hostages, only 20 believed to be alive, and strain Israel's military. Zamir proposed a limited siege instead, arguing that a takeover would risk international legitimacy and deplete resources. Some reports suggest Zamir's dissent is so strong he might resign, while Netanyahu's son has even accused him of mutiny. Adding to the controversy, Israel's reservists are showing signs of fatigue. Only about 60% of reservists are now reporting for duty, with many unwilling to participate in a full Gaza takeover. Exhausted by nearly 2 years of conflict, reservists fear the plan could lead to indefinite entanglement in Gaza, triggering a larger regional crisis. The families of hostages have also protested, chaining themselves outside cabinet meetings and accusing Netanyahu of prioritizing military escalation over negotiations. Netanyahu's plan to take over Gaza is a high-stakes gamble at a steep cost. With international condemnation, internal dissent, and a worsening humanitarian crisis, the path forward remains fraught with uncertainty. Will this strategy help Netanyahu achieve his goals, or will it deepen the cycle of violence?